Hello there Facebook, and welcome to another episode of this funnel marketing show. Look, today I want to talk to you about how you can retain more attention of your audience, or whether it's in your marketing funnels, in your emails, whatever part of your marketing funnel you're talking about, with this two-word question. I see this coming up so often. This is an amazing question. Here's the two-word question. It's so what? And look, I didn't come up with this. I learned this, and it changed the way I look at marketing and the way in which funnels convert. I'm Divya Mystery. I help coaches to create more profit using less of their time and without having to bring in new leads by putting upsell funnels into their business. Look, today we're talking about how you can create more conversion from your funnels using this two-word question just here. So what? It seems like an insignificant question, but it's incredibly powerful, and I'm about to explain to you why. Here's the thing about attention. Attention is the currency of marketing. If you can retain attention, you can generate an audience and you can create sales. But attention is also one of the hardest things to retain. Why? Because there are so many people out there vying for attention, especially on social or on email, wherever you look, there's advertising everywhere. I don't know what the stats are now, but last time I looked, the average person sees some ridiculous thousands of messages and adverts every single day. And you're not just vying for attention with other adverts, you're vying for attention with everything else in the world. The doorbell ringing, the phone ringing, your kids doing something, whatever it is, you are vying for attention. That's why this question comes into play so importantly, and why it's going to change your life and change the way in which you write copy and the way in which you engage people through your funnels. Now look, here's the thing. Hey there, Dan, great of you to join us. Here's the question. So what? It seems insignificant, and I didn't learn this. I think this came from a copywriter called John Colton. I think it's one of the legendary copywriters anyway, definitely not mine. And I learned this from him. This is incredibly powerful. Here's the thing. If you write any copy, if you do a video, if you write copy, if you do a webinar, if you create a video sales letter, you create a bit of content, whatever it is that you create, if I, as your ideal client, looking at what you've created, ask the question, so what? If I read a sentence and I go, well, so what? Then that shouldn't be in there. Hey there, Mohammed, great of you to join us. So here's the thing. If I read a sentence and I go, so what? Great, big deal. So what? Well, how's that relevant to me? Then you need to remove that from your copy. You need to be so vigilant with this. You know, if you want to create real good sales funnels that really convert, this is the question you need to be asking. So what? Is this relevant to my audience? This is probably the biggest secret to copywriting that there is really in how to retain attention, right? You can grab people in with an amazing headline and they can start reading, but if you start waffling on about stuff that is irrelevant to them and irrelevant to the thing they're selling, irrelevant to the journey that they're going on, they're going to go, so what? And they're going to lose attention. And here's the critical thing. If you lose their attention, what you actually do is you unsell them. They go back a step, right? There's this thing called nudge theory, where you're nudging people forward towards an outcome, or you're nudging them back away from the outcome that you want them to take. One of the two is going to happen. You've got to decide which one by being really clear and really careful as to what you put in. So look, if you've got a funnel right now that's not converting the way you want it to convert, you've got an email sequence that's not converting the way you want it to convert, a webinar, you do lives and it's not doing what you want it to do, ask yourself the question, if I was the audience, if I was consuming this as my ideal client, remember, ideal client, and would I say the word, so what, at some point in this journey that I'm on? If I do, you need to take that out, or you need to change it. Because sometimes what happens is, it's not that you need to take it out. Sometimes the way in which you describe something, I see this with clients all the time, right? They have this you know what, I've got amazing clients, right? I love every single one of my clients, and they've got amazing things that they want to bring to the world. They want to help people in such an amazing way. I only work with people who want to help other people, right? And they want to help them in such an amazing way. And they've got all this stuff up in here, and they do an amazing job when they get clients and when they sell whatever they have to offer. But here's the thing, the biggest thing they find challenging is taking that information, putting it on paper, and doing it in a way that's succinct, to the point, and flows. Because if it doesn't flow, then you will lose people. If it doesn't flow, you will lose people, because they'll be like, well, what does this have to do with the thing that you were talking about? Only the people who are really hardcore fans will stay if you go off track. So you've got to ask the question, so what? Is this content going to add value, or is it going to confuse my audience? If it's going to confuse them, what will happen is they will take a step back in their buying journey. You've got to put extra effort in to get them to go forwards. And so you've got to be vigilant. Be vigilant with this question. Go through your copy. If you've got a funnel that's not converting well, go through it and ask yourself the question, am I saying so what to anything in this funnel? It's one of the easiest, quickest ways to say something that's not converting very well and get it to convert really well, really quickly, right? It doesn't take a lot of effort. And this is particularly important if you're growing your business and you're like, you know what, this is good conversions, but how do I get better? Because this question allows you to get deeper and deeper and deeper into the mind of your ideal client. The only way you grow your business, I just had a conversation, I literally just came off the phone before this live and had a conversation about this. You know, we can have lots of ideas, but when we go deep with our ideal client and go, you know what does that person really want? Right? What is it? How do I really serve them? How do I use the words that they are using? Would they say so what to this thing that I'm talking about? Would it feel relevant to them? If it's not relevant, they'll say so what, and then they won't consume it, right? And they won't take that next step. If they're going to say so what, there's something in there where they say so what, you're going to start to lose that flow. When you lose the flow, you lose the client. Then you've got to work again to get that client to the point of buying. Just ask this question when you're writing copy, when you're on a webinar, when you're on a live stream, when you're creating a video, creating some written copy on social. If I say so what, as in so what, why is that relevant to me as your ideal client? Put your ideal client hat on and go, what would I feel about this? Then get rid of it and do something different. It will take a little bit of practice, by the way, especially in content-wise. It's take a little bit of practice. You've got to go and just do stuff and not be afraid to fail. Because I bet you, if you're watching this, what you have to offer is amazing. And you should offer that more often, right? And you should get out there and help more people. But ask yourself this question, so what? It will transform your marketing and make it so much more relevant for the people out there. So what? Why is this relevant to me? Put your ideal client hat on, read it, consume it, whatever you've created, and go. And if you ask the question with your ideal client hat on, and you're going through your own content, and you think, so what? How is that relevant to me? Remove it or change it so that it's a lot more clearer what you're actually describing. Some of my clients, they write all this copy, and I go through and I go, that doesn't really, I would say so what to that, but you do actually have a point in there, but the way you've written it doesn't really give me the advantage, allow me to see the advantage of me understanding that. I don't see the advantage there because you're not telling me how it's an advantage to me. So I say, so what? And then you've lost me as an ideal client. And the best, you know what? Go get somebody else to look at your stuff and ask them to see if they say this question at any point in time with the ideal client hat on, so that you know that you're not biased in the way that you're looking at it. Look, if this helped you in any way, shape or form, go and share it, go and like it, let me know you're here, let me know you're on the replay. I've got one other resource for you right now. Go to upsell.divianmystery.com. I'll put the link in the comments below. On that page, you can download my 14 funnel upsell ideas for purpose-driven coaches. If you want to make more profit without having to work harder or generate new leads all the time, and I don't mean a little bit more profit, I mean doubling or tripling the amount of profit that you have with less clients. then you're going to want to download that 14 Upsell Ideas book for coaches. Go to upsell.divyamystery.com and you can go and get it totally free. You can go and get it right away. Hey, I'm Divya Mystery. Thank you so much for joining me on this live. Ask yourself the question, so what? You know, put your hat on, ideal client hat on, consume your own content, and if you say the word so what, how is that relevant to me? Cut it out. Go and download my free guide. I look forward to seeing you on the very next live. Thank you for joining me.